actually wrote a really comprehensive review. My other half, she said it sounded like a book report. So... Hello, and welcome to my first review. In this review, I'm playing... Hold it up the right way around, Joel. That might be a good start. Bubsy 3D. I cannot believe I paid £3 for this game. So, all you need to do if you want to make a YouTube review of Bubsy 3D is comment on how arse it looks, how arse it plays, and how it sounds like a gigantic arse.
Smokin'!
But wait! It's not that bad. Did I just say it's not that bad? This actually might be the first ever review that says Bubsy 3D isn't that bad. I mean, it's not the worst game there is on the PlayStation. That award goes to Nice Cats. Why do I own Nice Cats? Does it deserve that Gold X reward? No, it doesn't. But instead, the Bronze Ward of Mediocrity. A brief history of Bubsy. He first appeared on Sega Genesis. Had a failed cartoon pilot. Oh god, no. No, I'm not watching this again. No. Decided that they needed a sequel. Thought appearing on the Atari Jaguar was a good idea. Thought going into 3D would turn out great. Had the decency to kill off the series for 20 years. Decided to come back with this arse. And now we got a new game set to release. And that was the history of Bubsy! We'll start with it, yeah. Now, as you expect, you play as Bubsy the Bobcat, which pictured here, he looks like he's definitely high on cocaine or something. From what I can tell from this beautifully animated cutscene, Bubsy has been kidnapped from what I assume is Earth by the evil Woolies. Mario has Bowser, Sonic has Robotnik, and Bubsy has Woolies. Woolies? Is that the best they could come up with? Oh, hell. The Woolies are ruled by the Queens, Polly and Esther, and plan to keep Bubsy as prisoner so they can steal all the Woolballs from Earth. However, as you can guess, Bubsy escapes and starts looking for a way off Woolie's home planet, Rayon. Bubsy 3D is your stereotypical three-dimensional platformer. You can run, jump, glide, and swim with relative ease. Did I say relative ease? Oh, I'm sorry, I meant with incredible difficulty. And this is due to the fact that it uses glorious tank controls. If you're not familiar with them, count yourself extremely bloody lucky. Basically, if you don't know, you press left to turn left, right to turn right, and up to move in the direction you're facing. Where this works in games like Resident Evil, it doesn't quite translate well to 3D platformers, where quick and responsive controls are an absolute must. However, saying Bubsy 3D was the only one guilty of this, let's remember Croc used them, Tomb Raider used them, and we all love the pounce off them. No, I'm not going there. I am not going there. However, where those games at least had decent-ish tank controls, Bubsy 3D's doesn't quite... My main complaint is that if you notice with these games, you can do what is called a quick 180. But with Bubsy 3D, you don't have this kind of luxury. Instead, you have to turn all the way around very slowly. This is how Bubsy really ought to turn around in the game. Really should not sit on a swivel chair while doing these reviews. Too much fun. Okay, I am genuinely really dizzy. Let's not do that again. I can't help myself! Now, to be expected, the camera in these tank control games is iffy at best. But this doesn't excuse the fact that when you get hit, the camera decides it'll be a good idea to swing around and look at Bubsy's ugly mug. Every bloody time. And trust me, you'll get hit a lot in this game. Who thought this was a good idea? It just disorientates you to the point where you'll probably get hit again. But there's a few things that Bubsy 3D does right. For starters, it has a shadow, so at least you know where you're landing after a jump. You can climb ledges, and also you can do this stupid little hop thing.
It's just a jump to the left.
A 3D platformer isn't complete without some well-designed enemies, and this game is no exception. Woolies. F***ing Woolies. Need I say more? The main issue is that the majority of enemies in this game just stand there and shoot at you, posing no real threat. The challenge comes down to landing on them, as this game has a slightly wonky hitbox, or trying to avoid the relentless onslaught of incoming teeny tiny bullets, or these nearly invisible arseholes, or these sharks that just come out of bloody nowhere. This leads into another complaint I have. The bosses. Oh, f*** the bosses. Alright, I'll explain the bosses. So you have Nerd, who decides to fire the MS Paint spray tool at you, which you use to be able to glide up to hit him. This is a complete arse. Oh, there we go. Then you have Woolly Mammoth, pictured here on the front cover of the manual. What is that? Come on, guys. We're not even trying here, are we? Basically, this boss just slides around in his arse all day. I really need to stop saying arse. Oh, whoops. Then you fight the Wooly from the intro cutscene, and then the two final bosses, Polly and Esther. I hate this boss. I hate this boss. This has to be one of the worst bosses ever designed. You need to run up to this switch, press it, go back, then shoot one of these atoms, which takes an age because you turn really slowly, and rinse and repeat. But you will get shot so many times up the bum. Ahaha. Take it back. Thank you. It's a bit dusty, no? That's a bit dusty, that, isn't it? I just dusted this like a couple of days ago. But despite all my moaning back there, this game does actually have some decent ideas and content. For a start, there's some great level variety. You have checkerboard level, breaststroke level, snot factory level, the Rocketeer level, and Metropolis Zone. Hidden within these levels are 32 rockets to collect, and some of the ways you'll collect them is actually rather clever. From playing a game from Simon Says to shooting down hidden walls. I especially love the one we have to do 3 different gauntlets. One shooting, one gliding, and one hopping across falling platforms. The award is either a passcode or a platform that will lower to reveal the passcode switches. Input the correct code and voila, it's eye seizure! And if you collect all 32 rockets, which I did, you're treated to the good ending, which where Bubsy gets trapped in the past, you're kicked out to the title screen, when then all your progress gets wiped. Fuck. There is also atoms to collect, which if you want, you can fire off at the enemies, but it's pretty awkward and rather useless. Collecting multiples of 50 will grant you an extra hit point, and collecting multiples of 100 will grant you an extra life. If you collect more than 150, you'll be warped to a bonus stage at the end of the level, in which way you just bounce around collecting even more atoms. But it's a nice touch. And there's a handful of power-ups to collect. 10 shot, which allows you to fire atoms out of thin air, invisibility, that does sod all, and invincibility, which makes you invincible for 20 seconds. You also have Bubsy's gormless smiling face, which acts as an extra life. Oh my god, I forgot I had this horn! Wait, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, how great this game was. I genuinely had some tense moments while swimming in the water stages, trying to seek out more oxygen before I drown. No, wait, I mean turn into a bazillion bubbles. What the? Hopping between the rockets and figuring out the path in this level is also a unique idea. The audio is actually rather catchy. Oh, shut the fuck up. Okay, when Bubsy talks, you do really want to shove a sock down its throat, but you can mute that idiot in the options. Granted, the first couple of tracks sound like a dying cat, but the later stages have some good tunes to them. Every time you complete a stage, die, or just wait around for a bit, you get treated to a little CGI cutscene, which for 1996 is really impressive. They may look rather dated now, but for back then, these weren't half bad. Proof that genuine effort went into this game. Plus, if you love your puns, then you're quids in with this game. Here's a brief rundown on what delightful puns they have to offer. Dome sweet dome, missing links, claws for alarm, dome home, claustrophobic, pause, mortal bobcat, escape from Wooly. Okay, any game with Snake Plissken references gets a tick in my book. There is also a 2-player mode, which the manual helpfully states. Warning, the 2-player game requires 2-player. The 2-player game is rather different. From what I can tell, only one player can control Bubsy at any given time. The objective is to amass the most points within the given time limit. However, the player that's not controlling Bubsy can try and regain control by firing a bullet, which if it hits, you then swap positions. When aiming the bullet, the camera freezes, but Bubsy can still move around. But it can be used to dick the other player over. It's pretty fun, and makes a nice change from most 2-player experiences. Bubsy 3D is an average game. It's clear that it had good intentions, and that you can tell the developers, Eidetic, had some great ideas. Also, with it being one of the first 3D platformers, no one really knew what the standards were. At least they gave it a shot, even though that shot missed, by a few yards, in the wrong direction. Wait, Eidetic. Where have I heard that name before? Didn't they make Siphon Filter? Yes, they bloody did! Well, I could be thankful that they made Bubsy 3D, because we might have not gotten this. So, overall, I give this game a half-eaten toast out of uneaten toast with jam. Blackcurrant jam, might I add. Arse.